Yeah, Rapper It Up Podcast, Elliot Wilson.
My name is B-Dot.
B-Dot, what's up, baby?
Chilling with the Podfather today, man.
Joseph Anthony Budden Jr.
My good guys right here.
Oh my God. He ain't been on the Rapper It Up Podcast since he was a rapper.
Right.
Back in the
years,
day.
about 7 years
He had
ago.
the small little
Was I
office at
rapping at
CBS.
CBS?
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't even the last album. It was like the second to last
Second to last album,
It's
right.
nerve of y'all not inviting me back since then.
A lot has changed, man.
Thank God. Thank God.
So how does it feel to be number one on the complex? Media?
Here we go.
No
How do you
way.
feel?
No way, bro. Ain't getting me.
Top of the heat.
Ain't getting to talk to Complex about it. I have no idea. The list has caused me nothing but harm and pain.
You took that personal, though, Elliot, that
No,
list.
I didn't take it. I was
No, yes, you
fine.
did.
Now you took
Elliot
that shit
was in his
personal.
feelings. Elliot was in his feelings. He was.
I don't know why.
It's okay. I don't know why either.
I'm like, why do you care about this? I was looking.
You the last nigga that should care.
Yeah.
There's a few names on that list that y'all shouldn't kiss. Sway, you, and like this applies for us, the messy niggas. This ain't
It's
for
a
like
messy world.
niggas with journalistic integrity. This ain't for journalistic integrity, yo.
Yeah, Elliot.
They'll start posting his double X.
No, but I'll push back. There's integrity to what you do, Joe. I think with the way you conduct your pod and your like you go off the rails, but there is a certain. That's why I think people mess with you. That there is an integrity. They feel like you're not bullshitting them. That's who you are, and that's what you feel.
I try to go about it with some integrity.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times that you may see that because you know the business, but I don't think the fans or onlookers view it that way.
Well, they enjoy the entertainment portion of it. And also you have to touch on the daily. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, me and Bida talk about it sometimes. Like, what we do, obviously, this is more of an interview show. I just understand, like, what's your take on, like, how do you get motivated to, like, sort of just take these hot topics and, you know, be able to riff with your co-hosts on it? Like, what's your approach to that? And, like, why does it stay fresh to you to be able to do that?
Well, you got to find fresh ways to do it, I guess. And I'm really passionate about it. I know that sounds cliche, but I enjoy getting up and cracking this thing and just sharing opinions and just shooting the shit. I kind of rather not speak about the hot topics. I'd rather speak about conversations that Black men are going through, friend groups are going through, women, sports. I want to kick about just like cool shit. If I can never discuss the hip hop shit, really, I would feel better. Or like the important shit in hip hop. Let me not say hip hop because that's in my core.
Right.
But like the real shit, not the it's drill, it's top 5. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Not that I wake up at the time of this and Cam's mad at me and we're going back and forth or whatever. Like that kind of food.
Yeah, like but that's exactly kind of the point. Like that. Like you 50. I'll be 43. I was listening to that shit in 97. Like, that's not where I want to be now. Like when you hit me today and say where you at, drop your location, like I look at you like you're stupid. Like, do you think I'm out here doing hostings? You think I'm out here? That applies for the niggas that's got to move around and get money and feel safe and be comfortable. That's not where I'm at. Niggas got to speak to me differently. I'll get mad up here.
But do you still enjoy the music? Well, I guess you're an ex-rapper at this point, but do you have that same passion for podcasting as you did for the music?
I would say more today. Like it's what consumes my mind on a daily basis. Music was great, but I was never in a situation where I was able to really reap what I thought my talent could garner me. So that kind of made it sad. Once you get out of all those bad contracts and this deal and that publishing and this production company, once you get away from all that and finally start finding some footing, yeah, this shit could get fun. This is fun now today. It's my kids, it's my parents and family, it's my girl, it's my friends, and it's me just trying to further myself and prepare life for my 50s. That's how I ended up in this spot at 42. I was 35, fucked up, picturing 40s, like, ew. Nah, this can't go that way.
Yeah, it can't go that way kind of thing.
Gotta go another route.
I saw in the previous interview, you said at some point you want to get off the couch.
Yeah, I want to get off the couch at some point,
Right.
Or in less of a capacity. But that's no time soon.
Right.
That's no time soon.
But you did make major changes to the pod of like, you know, some people say like positive and negative. Oh, Joe's turned it into a morning show, right? Like there's more characters, it's more of ensemble cast. Like you've expanded it. Like why was that decision the right decision?
You watch the game tape, and I know my friends. I know Ice and Ish for over 15 years. They really came in a time of need for me, and really kind of acted as my life vest while I was figuring it out. And I'm forever grateful to them for that. But in the content space, my views of how it should go versus Ice and Ish, who are grown adult, we not thinking about none of that. All right, let's spice this up. I want to spice it up. Spice this shit up. So, yeah. And often at times, right, like I've been talking to my friends Ice and Ish for however many years. So now we on the mic. How they respond to me and react to me is flip. Different.
Wild card.
Beautiful Melyssa. It's different.
Got the eye candy.
Different
queen.
energies.
The eye candy queen going against.
It's different energies in here. If you're doing a chemistry test,
Yeah.
you need to throw some different shit out there, and it has worked beyond imagination.
But a lot of it was kind of like on-the-job training, right? I mean, they're not broadcasters, so it's like, did you have to feel like you needed to develop them?
They were learning. They were learning in real time.
Right.
They definitely were learning in real. They didn't have the grace of. They got thrown in the fire. So yeah, I was developing, or I felt like I needed to try to, but we needed to produce fast as well. It was a hungry audience and a vocal audience.
Yeah.
And people don't like change. So they see two new guys here. It's like, hey, who the fuck are these guys? The fuck do I want to listen to them for?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but in order to bring a strong force like Flip out the gate to it, did it feel at all risky to?
Well, not to me, because I've known Flip for a billion years. See, I can't do this with somebody I don't know. I can't just have an audition and, hey, who wants to be I can't do that. Well,
That's how we found academics, the great academics, in a sense.
Yeah. But Act was an entity, right? Like on his own. He wasn't just like a guy in the street.
Yeah.
Complex sure wouldn't have brought him in if he was a guy from the street. You ever think about that?
Everyday struggle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it would have worked or not worked.
He's crazy.
You think?
He's crazy.
What you mean?
He's really crazy.
What you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're crazy, Elliot.
I think you're crazy.
Wait, what does that got to do with everyday struggle? Do you think it would have worked?
Everything to me.
Oh, that I was crazy? Crazier than you?
I think you were crazy to not take the opportunity.
Okay.
I think I'll never understand that. I was sad when we was fucked up.
That was a tough call.
I was sad. We was fucked up.
But why?
Me, Noah, we were fucked up.
Y'all getting real, man. Okay, we getting real positive. We really
yeah,
positive.
I'm not all this CBS. I don't know what y'all. I'm not. When L did that, we was fucked up there.
So why did you not do it, Elliot?
Oh, man.
The real answer.
Yeah, drink water.
Okay. Joe Budden, the media mogul. All right. Yeah, ultimately the title was the better opportunity for me. And I felt at the time, money-wise, they really wanted Joe and they kind of wanted me. And we couldn't get it close enough, I felt, you know? And I felt like Joe had kind of already begun to what he was doing was taking control of it. Like it was an idea that, you know, everybody wanted to do. Like everybody wanted to do the first take of hip hop. Nobody had done it right. Charlamagne tried to do it, Shaheem, me, all these type of people who tried to do it. Noah had the backing to do it. He wanted me to approach you about it. But it still was a tough decision. Still was a tough decision.
That's why I say he's crazy.
Why am I crazy? I'm being real.
Well, all right, but now give me your hindsight. Give me your hindsight.
Oh, I thought the show was gonna work. Remember, because then I tried to get you to come to Title with the podcast, because I knew the show was gonna pop. When I saw the academics thing in you guys, remember I said I don't know whether to clap you or dap you, because I was like, you was at the Title office. I got you to come up there one time, and I was like, I knew this show was gonna work, and I was so fucking mad. I was like, but I also think it had to be that. I think it worked better because of the generational thing. And at that time, Act was cool with all these. No? Can I get it out?
Go ahead. I mean, it's a crock of shit, but get it out. Like that.
They're gonna love this. The internet's gonna love this.
That one decision. No, because the internet is tired of hearing everyday struggle with me. Act. They sick of all that shit. But that one decision from Elliot, that one, allowed Act to do this.
Yeah.
Allowed me to do this. It allowed just so many things to happen.
So I did it for hip hop. I'm a kid. I did it for hip hop.
I mean, I think things worked out the way they were supposed to. You know, Elliot.
I don't know that. I want to argue hip hop with Elliot.
No, but there wasn't. So the other part I remember, and I was so mad at you when I tried to take it to GQ. So this is what happened. No one wanted to do the deal, but then they were dragging, right? And plus the money wasn't where I wanted it to be. So then I was like, let's just try to create some heat on this thing. Let's go to another building. I knew Will Welch at GQ. They was doing the Keith Olbermann, the political guy. He had a show on there. They were starting to do some original content. Okay. And I was like, Joe, we got to go. So I take all the meetings with Ian.
Already is bad.
I take all the meetings with Ian, his manager.
Which is bad. Which is bad.
It's all going great. And then we got to bring Joe to the final meeting. So Joe gets in the meeting, and Joe's, this is why I saw the genius of Joe Budden. Joe is the most charming. If he wants to be the most charming, beautiful person, he could be that. And then he could turn the room. I saw him literally sit in the room with these corporate people. He had them eating out the palm of his hands. Mm-hmm. He had the white women basically flirting with him and all in love with him. Nice. And then he just turned the whole meeting upside down. Oh. Negative, like that. Like turned it into you're going to exploit us.
They brought the wrong suit in. They brought the wrong suit in. We was chilling, catching a vibe. Then they go get the guy that, the big whoever the fuck this nigga's supposed to be that we supposed to care about. You don't know a lick about shit. What the fuck are we doing here with our hip hop show in GQ?
Right.
Why am I in GQ?
So was he?
But L is like that. L is like corporate darling GQ. Like listen to him. And I'm like the antithesis of all of those things.
Right.
Bad idea to bring me to GQ. But that'd be my story at the companies. Yeah. Like at the companies, they either don't get it or get it and they're not going to pay you. It's never, very rare that it's anything besides those two things. That's how I always end up fighting.
Right.
You got to go somewhere, you got to create it to prove that it's valuable. And then when it becomes valuable, you got to say, hey, it's valuable, what we doing? And then they say, nigga, we keeping it. What are you talking about?
Well, legend has it that you turned down $20 million from Spotify. Is that true or false?
It turned down. I walked away from it. Declined it.
So is there a number that your
20 million?
20 million.
That was the number.
That's the number.
Some give or take, something like that over the course of however many years.
Right. But you didn't like the terms?
I was never signing that. Way more than $20 million.
Damn. So what number? If you said $20 million is good.
Number assumes that I'm looking for a number from somebody. I'm fine. When these people call me and they still call, we say, y'all called. We're not looking for nothing. So what are you looking for?
And so what's the key to that? Is the Patreon like going direct to your audience and them supporting you? Like what were you able
fans
to
are always
empower
key.
yourself, like and not have to do that?
Well, I don't know if that's what was happening when it was happening. I was just in search of a better way the whole time. I didn't really feel like, oh, powerful me, I'm gonna fucking. But as you just go and get more information, that's why I say that Complex move was a mistake by you. Because at these companies, it's not really the money and the branding is cool. Sometimes we need the information that they're not gonna share with us. So you gotta go there, go behind the wall, see all the ways that they make money from it. How do we make money from a song? We go on the road and perform it. How do they make money from the song? 20 million ways. It's the same in parting for me. You just have to figure out, you have to be fearless enough to get out there and figure out what those ways are versus what Elle said, go to title and get the check. Like if you put the bigger check in front of us, then he's right. Only an insane man would not do what he did. But part of this, you got to be a little insane, I think. Just a little bit.
So what mistakes do you think that a lot of podcasters make kind of entering this space?
The mistake is stopping. Like I encourage and support anybody who continuously does it, because if you do it enough, you'll figure it out in real time. You'll watch yourself back. You'll hear yourself back. You'll learn who you want to talk to, don't want to talk to, how you want to be perceived, what you like. You'll learn. I kill the people that are lazy and are not invested in this, and it's just smoke and mirrors, and they're trying to make people think some shit.
And they can just pop up off their name, basically.
And the people that do it for a quick check. Those two.
Right.
Those are the two that muddy the waters for niggas like me.
That's why I was curious, why do you think so many rappers are kind of getting into podcasting now?
Well, podcasting is a $1 billion business. I mean, I think that's the answer to that.
Wherever the money is.
Yeah, I can't speak to people's passion for it, but there's a lot of money in it. And this is a nice post-rap career. Mm-hmm. Like this is
kind of like the sports analyst. You think
it's
about
a smooth segue. Yeah, why would somebody not try their hand at that?
But you make it look like they could succeed with it.
You're
You're the pioneer in that space.
Good. People need to see that. I vividly remember what 2015 was like for me with a podcast. Vividly remember.
What was it like?
Shade from all over. Shade from everywhere. It was looked at as a downtrodden, like some bullshit. What are you doing? You're a failure. You're a loser. You're a bum. Shit didn't work out. Have fun with your little podcast. It was that from everybody. You'd be silly to say, oh, y'all stupid to them while they're saying that. That thinking allowed me to move covertly for a lot of years. And try to figure things out. When I open my YouTube today, or when I turn on my Hulu or the streaming and I see this shit everywhere, it's like,
I told you so.
Score one for the good guys.
Does it feel real? I told you so, or just?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't get nothing from that. Like, all you can do is say, gotcha, and move on with it.
Right.
So you don't look at your thing like with the Hot 97 thing back with the morning show thing. In your mind, that just wasn't meant to be. Is that something you
I
could have
needed
invested
that.
in? But let's say you could have went that path with it. Let's say if you would have said dedicated to it.
I learned quickly. And again, my vision was after rap that I would be on a morning show. Right? But by the time it was time to stop rapping, New York morning shows, they wasn't letting go of those seats. Like that was my first realization of, oh shit, I'm not gonna get the morning show. These niggas are not leaving these seats.
Flex is still DJ.
Wait, and then G-Spin called me. G-Spin and them called me when they're creating the Breakfast Club.
I remember that.
I'm at the fucking dinner wherever we at, coming up with names. We doing all types of shit. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. Yeah, you were next up. You were next on our list.
Yeah.
But once that's happening, it's like, now what? Like now, what does that look like? And it looked like this. But nah, I couldn't do the radio shit. The radio, New York paid New York morning show paid what I needed to be paid. So when New York, when they wouldn't let me go to seats, it was like, all right, could I go to Chicago and do a morning show?
Wow.
Could I go to LA and do? But the answer to that for me was no. Like I'm a very New York, abrasive. Sometimes could come off rude if you don't really know, right? Like that's New York, that's New York stuff.
Yes.
I can't, there's plenty of places I probably should move for financial reasons or LA for work, right? Everybody else, they left. I can't leave. Hell no.
He was giving me shit about that too, moving to Cali.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
I don't do it. Sorry, sound man. No, there's a certain grit. There's a certain work ethic that comes with New York. The fucking sun don't come up in LA till 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I be up at 5 in LA.
Yeah.
In the dark. Nothing on TV. Can't order room service. Why the fuck am I out here? Get me the fuck out of here. Let me walk to a bodega.
Right.
Anything. But yeah, it's just not conducive for like work for me. In Miami, when I go out there, I want to party. I want to go to the pool. I don't want to work. Not New York. Not New York. I want work.
Right. Everything is working out for you.
Get this fucking.
How enjoyable was the Usher show?
The greatest. The greatest.
That was in Vegas, so he was up early.
It was the greatest. But listen, I wanted to catch him last year, and I did not. Like, just because I'm not a show goer, I put it off procrastinating. And then he ran the shows to New Year's Eve. And I was like, New Year's Eve, I'm there, and I couldn't go because of work. So this time, I said, no. I'm booking a flight, me and my girl, Vegas, Usher. It was fight week. I wasn't thinking nothing about that fight.
Just ducking everybody else.
Everybody was out there for the fight. Nada.
You came for Usher.
You fucking right. I was on daytime. I'm with my girl. It's Usher. It's dinner. It's pics. Like, it ain't rapper time. It ain't fucking media time. You niggas go to that fight.
Right. What's cool?
Set list was strong? Usher joint?
Dog, 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So they can't beat him in the verses. Nobody can beat him in the verses. Like, he's pretty
I don't.
strong out there.
I left that show saying we don't give Usher the respect that he deserves.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds silly because it's Usher.
Yeah.
But I bought Can You Get With It in '93.
Wow. 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was up there. He did the City Girl song. He did this feature. He did his song.
David shit.
He
like
went, his timeline. And I spoke about it on my podcast, like just seeing all the people there in support of him, the L.A. Reids and the JDs and just the people that were important in his run. That shit was tear-jerking for me. It was powerful.
Right. How about them Joe Budden fans? I know they still want you to get back on stage. You ever thought about that? Give it some thought?
I'm not getting on stage. Even if I put an album out, I'm not getting on stage.
There's still a demand, though, for you to perform, right?
How would I know?
I mean, social media, the timeline, people hitting you up in the DMs.
How would I know if there's a demand? I don't ask them about it.
So you mean to tell me the Joe Budden music fans aren't still interested in you perform like a mood music?
They don't really bother me too much.
Really?
No, I think what I set out to do in standing firm in retirement so that they don't bother, I think it finally hit
I think
me.
the tide has turned, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think rappers ever retire, but I think you're starting to convince me that they do.
Listen, I like how, I can't say Hov no more because he done put out too many albums. In his,
Long
but
ass
I like how he does it. Yeah. I like how he does it though. I like how Andre does it. Like one verse a year to let y'all know I'm better than all y'all still.
Yeah.
Like I like all that stuff. I can't bring myself to do it yet though.
So do you think like the Joe Budden music fan is a Joe Budden podcast fan? They're two different fans? What do you think is the difference?
Well, I don't know what the difference is between the two. I think there's a intersection where they cross, but as a broadcaster, my voice is more powerful than it ever was as a rapper. Like you just reach more, you speak to more. I can say more without having to rhyme, and the stanza and the punchline and the metaphor, the simile, the story, end the verse strong, start the verse strong, what's my hook? Like this like a box. It's a box that you have to stay in. And as a rapper, my voice might not have been the most desirable for some people. Fucking my hooks, like whatever you didn't like about him, you didn't like. But in broadcasting, his voice don't sound too bad. It's got some opinions I'd like to hear. It's just different.
You can do voiceovers.
They never booked me.
Really?
You know why?
Wow.
Just like I said about New York radio. These voiceover niggas are not
they don't take
James
this- they
Earl
don't take
Jones,
spot, yeah.
fucking, so who's the other nigga? The State Farm nigga, my man. They not letting go of these gigs, man.
Wow.
I go up to WME to my Lord, hey, this is barbecue buffalo wings. I never get this gig. They be souping me up too. Last year I thought I had one. They be calling, hey, we got 60 seconds to Super Bowl. They want to run it Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, where? Let's go. Try out your new Buffalo Wild Wings. It's like if my boys come on in the Super Bowl, they thought the complex list had a match.
Shit.
They never hired me. I never get the gig. I never get the gig.
Wow.
Acting, I took acting classes.
For real?
Yeah, years ago. See, that's why these niggas can't fuck with me. I know what I'm doing because I tried to go do everything. I tried to go do it. Tried to act. Acting class. I was killing shit. Got a role too. Got a role, but wasn't for me.
What was the role?
I don't fucking know what the role was. I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
You read for the part, got the role.
I
and turned it down.
read, I auditioned, I went to some fancy schmancy acting coach for months. She did amazing work with me. By the time I was finished with her, I was that dude, whoever the fuck he was.
Right.
So it was fly, but that ain't me at my core.
Well, you did
Can't
kind
do
of
all
appear
that.
on a small screen on television. You got mentioned at Abbott Elementary.
Love Abbott Elementary.
Right. How did that feel when you heard about that?
Oh, top of the world.
Top of the world.
Top of the world. Organically, right? Like, I love when shows like that and people I admire and fuck with and create like that. I love when the worlds cross. So it's like, that was like a head nod by them. Didn't have to be done, but it was a salute from one black creator to another black creator. That was powerful for me.
Has there ever been moments like that, or
And it's got the kids into me.
yeah, they had the kids in there. It was like
Hold up, they got the kids into me. The kids is in school.
they thought you was Joe Biden, Joe Budden.
That bullshit is sticking. It is sticking out here.
You stay motivated, baby.
Listen, man, that's why you do it. To wake up one day and see Abbott Elementary, give you a shout out. wake up one day, you wake up, grab the phone and say, what's going to be in store today? Like a Cameron, like an Abaddon, whatever it is. What we doing?
Right. The intersection is dope. But how do you develop shows on YouTube? Like you have, besides the Joe Budden podcast, you have Humans.
I wait until I get enough money to do it.
Oh.
That's really just the bottom line. I got a million ideas in my head. But
Really?
Yeah, but I'm funding all my own shit. So let's slow down.
So how do you vet who goes on Humans? Because you had like the
Story.
guy, the storyteller.
Story. The fans kill me because I had like 4 white dudes in a row. I'm like,
They got the best stories.
I've been talking to every rapper, every black person for 20 years. 4 white people, and they start killing me. But just story. Rob O'Neill, Navy 6, the man who killed Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear from him. Colin, the guy that did the fucking climbed every mountain, Mount Everest.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting story to me. Like I want to hear about that. I just want to hear stories.
Yeah.
Not so much people.
But do you prep like do you research journalist type stuff before?
Got to. I even read a little bit of their books. Read a little bit of their book too. They always got a book. They always got a book. I read a little bit of the book, do a little bit of research. I throw a little Joe pizzazz in there, and then we off to the races, man.
What do you think the key is? Because you've always said like with the Yachty thing, you was a novice in interviewing and it didn't go the way you wanted to go and it became this thing. And then now it's like obviously you've made a lot of improvement. What do you think is the key of how you become a better interviewer?
Speaking to different people for sure, and just watching yourself. That Yachty interview was cringe. It's cringe to me because I just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like one of the best things about interviewing or the best interviewers is they shut the fuck up. So that took conscious effort for me to learn how to shut the fuck up. Most of those humans, I'm not talking at all. It's them talking.
Yeah. But from the Yachty interview, you got these funny ass memes that always circulate online, from your days at Complex. What do you think about that when you see like, a GIF of you is being used to articulate a statement or something that you have done?
Oh, that's a loaded question for me, B-Dot. On the fun side of that, it's fun and entertaining, and there's a value in being memeable, right, or meme-worthy. When I was at Complex, that was something they identified. I learned a lot of Complex. They identified that early. Hey, when the second he gets here, we just gonna meme him out. That's all they did. So they were really good.
Saw the vision.
They were really good at that. Us together, magic. But on the flip side of that, when you think about the business of memes and the business of our voices, all of us, I mean all of us, not just us. Anybody putting their voice on Instagram, it says original audio right there. You record it, it's yours, and it's there. Someone is getting paid from this shit. This is publishing.
That's true.
So memes are used to drive traffic. And if traffic is being driven, then there's money going somewhere and there's business to be done. But when it comes to us, we just enjoy the laugh, the ha-ha. Kiki, hey, oh. It does nothing for me.
So I can't use no more Joe Budden
Use all of me.
gifts.
Use all of me. Yo, the Jets used a piece of my shit.
They did.
The Jet, when they announced Aaron Rodgers.
It was
See,
the
I get excited.
first clip they used,
I get excited about shit like that.
What clip did they use? I didn't see it.
It was me from when Daniel Jones got drafted, I think. It was like, oh. They did a cool little content piece of everybody just going crazy.
Oh, that's dope.
That's cool.
They started with Joe. Jump off Joe at the top.
Started with Joe.
Right there.
Listen, Bleacher Report, anytime something happens, they use me and that Daniel Jones footage some more. So it's like, awesome, that's great, but that you're in a partnership with me. And we don't have a partnership.
Right.
So stop it. But shout out to Bleacher Report. I respect it. I appreciate it. It's dope. I don't want to sound like that.
Right. So with the launch of the Joe Budden Network, how many years has it been now?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay.
I never left Spotify. It's like, oh shit, I got to do something.
I was going to say, are you creating any more partnerships, bringing more people into the network?
Slow down on that. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't like people. people really grind my gears.
Not too much on Joe. Not too much on
Yeah,
Joe.
man. People, it's a lot. It's a lot. I feel like that was a big part of shit imploding when it imploded. Just too many people now. Too many interests to look after. Too many agendas and motives and selfish. I can't worry about all that.
Right. And like 2015, you talk about that shift. Was that the same time you decided to name the podcast the Joe Budden Podcast?
Why he always put his like journalistic voice on?
Is that my journalistic voice?
Yeah, like,
I just want to be clear.
You don't do that. Do you sound like that on MTV?
This is my speaking voice?
Yeah, what's up with this guy?
I just want to be clear because a lot of times people say I sound like Tony Soprano or something.
You're cooler than you, Jinx. You niggas be cooler than this shit y'all be doing, man. But what's the question?
I forgot.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the name change for you named this podcast later, you turned it to the Joe Budden Podcast and then Joe Budden Network. Like, was that happening around the same time?
No, not at all. I'll name this podcast later. Was 2015.
Okay.
I want to say shortly after that, we changed the name.
Was it conscious just to name it after you?
Couldn't search my shit. No, we just wanted to change the name. I thought the Joe Budden Podcast was the dumbest name for a podcast in the world. And I really liked I'll name this podcast later as a title.
Right. It was clever.
I'm on the creative side of things. So when they was like, yo, dog, nobody can find this shit. You got to change the name.
Right.
I was like, okay, well, let me think of something creative that is more findable, I guess. It was like, how about the Joe Budden Podcast? All right, no. No fucking. Remember, you talking to the guy that when it was time to sign my Def Jam contract in Def Jam, I didn't have a rapper name. That's how I became Joe Budden. It's like, oh, shit,
It's a good name.
But my point is, at some point, I want to not be Joe Budden.
Right.
I want to be my creative, crazy, wild self. And they always make me go back to Joe Budden, Rage in the Machine, me and A-Rap. I tried to brand that group as Rage in the Machine or some shit, because it is a Rage in the Machine. But they was like, nah. There's a credit score that comes along with each of our names. And Joe Budden, for all of the bashing the internet has done, when people type it in the back, they like, oh no.
I remember when Watch the Throne came out, they had sent out a press release saying we should call him the Throne. Like, not Jay-Z, Kanye West. And nobody flew with that, so it just went back to Jay-Z. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody.
And I think that's hard.
That would have been hard if they was just call him the Throne.
And as soon as they said that, niggas start throwing shots at them. Yeah, if they would have thrown, them shots would have lasted a little longer. Because it's too easy to play with Throne.
You mentioned Rage in the Machine. Do you listen to your old music?
Yeah.
Still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I do my AMP show Mondays and Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I try to always sneak in a Joe joint just to hear growth. Because I don't remember a lot of the verses. I don't remember where I was at the time. But when I listen, it's true penmanship. And it's like, damn, you was on some shit.
Right.
Like, I listen for memory.
What is like your favorite era of Joe Budden music?
Of Joe Budden music? All of them. All of them, because it wasn't that's ever about the music. The music was just to kind of hold me along till I figured it out. But my debut, I remember me and my mom, Times Square, my whole family at Virgin, whatever the store that was in Times Square, buying CDs. Like, that was a moment for me. The turbulence between my first album and trying to get a second album out, I needed that.
I think it was called The Growth, right?
It was supposed to be.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I played all.
We had ads in the magazines.
Yeah. Well, because Def Jam, they was trying to get it out at some point. But
Big Dog single, right?
Yeah, exactly. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg, Gangsta Party. And
wasn't a Jay-Z sample in one of the songs, I think?
Stunting. That's
on
when
Hov.
L.A. Reid came.
Yeah.
Stunting. But that's when, but listen, that's what I'm saying. Between album 1 and album 2, Leor and Kev and all the niggas that have kind of curated New York for 40, 50 years leave. Insert L.A. Reid, the man who's kind of curated R&B and Atlanta for, and I'm a New York rapper, New Jersey rapper. Like, no, but I needed that information. Then from there, it's like, all right, what do you do? Oh shit, I want to do mixtapes, Moon Music, all of them. I love them, near and dear to me. Then I did a digital project only in 2009, and everybody laughed at that. But it was like, I see where something is headed. I'm trying to see what's going on. Then I did a group, all of these different phases, I mean, I needed them is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
Then from the group on E1, then the group to Shady, then Love and Hip Hop. I throw that in there. I needed all that too. I needed the radio, the battle with Hollow, anything I did that was ever a little obscure, I needed it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were early on that Ustream tip too.
Ustream, Blog TV. There was another one. They all defunct now.
Periscope or something like that.
Periscope. I love Periscope. Yeah, man. Look, you know the vibe.
I was there.
Yeah, this is early. Those were fun days, man.
But even embracing the YouTube, like artist was really doing that. Like a lot of that base, you built that base off your YouTube audience, right? You had built this. I know you and Ian had strategized about building that up, and you hadn't even seen the vision at first. Right?
At all. But Ian, shout out to Ian, was like, yo, man, you got 150,000 people sitting here. You got 200,000 people sitting here. It's a good base to start growing this shit. I always tell a story of Ian coming to me. I'm trying to get a house, but not the right way. I'm just trying to rent some stupid big ass house because that's not important. But Ian was coming to me. Look, man, I fucking made $200 from YouTube this month.
$200?
I need like 50 grand to get into this house. And Ian's supposed to be getting it.
Right.
But he coming to me super excited that we made $200 this month total on YouTube. He printed it out. He said, Joe, look, buddy, this video made you 25 cents. I'm looking at him like, yo, dog, I could smack the shit out of you right now if you keep telling me about this 25 cent video. He said, it's 25 cents today, buddy.
I love you, man.
He's right, though. He's right. But nobody wants to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 25 cents today, but in a few years, like, dog. But sure enough,
I mean, how to speak to a little bit more on Ian, like the fact that, you notoriously talked about how you had so many bad deals and did.
He changed my life. Ian changed my entire life.
Yeah.
Everything about my life. And I'm saying that as somebody who actively searched for managers. I let the audience know that certain positions are just tough to fill because they're so important and they require so much trust. Manager is one. Personal assistant is another, business accountant, like there's a few of them. And I had a lot of bad experiences with management, which is probably why my career looked the way that it looked. Because it was real late when Sherry told me, I don't care how good you are as an artist, you're only as good as your manager.
Who told you this?
Sherry told me this. So I'm just running around with me. But this was in 2014, she said this. Like, I'm at the end of the end of the road here now, you want to tell me this. And then I was trying to find a manager, right, who saw my vision for where I wanted to go in media and content and not so much music. So think about that. I'm approaching people saying, hey, I don't want to do what I'm known for. And I don't want to do what I've only done my whole life. Like, you're asking somebody to see a lot of vision. And Ian did that. He understood that, I guess, coming from his Howard Stern tree. And he nurtured that. My first 2 years with Ian, when did Ian come along? I don't remember now. It's been so long. Probably about 8-9 years. My first 2 to 3 years with Ian wasn't the best. Wasn't the greatest. Because he was like making me be responsible. Like he was putting me on an allowance and he was holding me accountable and he just did some different things and I was screaming on it and I was irate and he had heard stories about Joe. You want to work with Joe? Right. You sure you want to work with Joe? Which I refute those stories out there, by the way, if you hear any of them. But, and then he's coming along and I'm only podcasting and there's no money in podcasting, which could make this relationship strenuous. Because now I'm going to be on the phone and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, yo? Like, And what am I doing if you doing this? Like the ducks fell where they were supposed to fall, and it couldn't have happened without Ian. He has been the force behind all of this shit. I will go to war for him. I will fight for him against any of these niggas out here. He's been that impactful. Not just to me though, and not just to me.
No papoose.
But they know that out there. Like the people that know that, they know that.
So how long was it until you started seeing real money?
Well, what's real money?
Well, better than $200.
From YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, years.
Okay.
Like he was right.
You gotta trust the process.
He was absolutely right. It took years.
Not because I think there is a misconception about podcasting is that everyone is just like swimming in money.
Yes, and that's podcasters' fault. You hit that on the fucking head, B-Dot. I just said this the other day. Podcasters are out there making it sound like bumping into $1 million is Super Mario jumping to get a mushroom. That's how easy they make it sound to bump into $1 million. And all of them do it. So, and I understand why, but it's not that easy. No, it's not that easy.
Right.
The people that are in these meetings and the people that you got to have these talks with and the board that got to approve this, and no, it ain't easy at all. So that's our fault. We all did that.
Too much cap out here.
Yeah,
Podcast cap.
Yeah, it's too much cap. When Spotify came with that deal, we was high-fiving. But we was high-fiving because in 2018, there weren't many places that were offering that type of coin for your product. And what they did, along with some other companies, it kind of changed the mold, and it sent shockwaves to the community to say, hey, this is safe to bet on. Like, you can invest in this. When the Spotify contract ran out, I knew that I would be on my own. But it was fine, because I got the information. Like, once I have the information, we are right now.
Do you feel like independence is the move? Because you look at yourself, Lad, to a certain extent, academics, No Jumper. It feels like the independent forces are now becoming as big or bigger than the established.
We're way bigger.
Entities.
Way bigger than the established entities. Way bigger. In my humble opinion, way bigger. Like when I open the podcast chart and see 150 podcasts ahead of me, they all are big budget television shows. It's Dateline. It's a bunch of that. So yeah, no, we here now. They got to deal with it. They have to deal with it. I can't speak for everybody else because it's too much cap in the streets, like we said. For me, independence is always going to be the way unless you find the right partner and blah, 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 blah. Like David Portnoy and them, they were able to get their investment money early. Hey, you got 15, 20 million so I can build my shit and come back to you and we could nobody did that for me. So this has to go a little differently.
Right. And you said the fucktards fucked up touring and that you turned down a 7-figure touring situation.
I didn't turn down, I just didn't go. I guess that is turning down.
But
why go?
But why not, Joe?
A lot of reasons.
Tour?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You stopped doing the pod touring. You said you didn't want to do it anymore.
Why?
Hell, we damn near killed ourselves last time we went on tour and did 2 pods a week. Like, it's a lot of work. And being a showman, if you've ever been on a stage, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. So already in the middle of a rebuild, I didn't think that touring was the best thing to do. It was time to go back to the drawing board and build. But I won't throw Ian under the bus, but some people were ambitious. Some people were a little ambitious.
Yeah, you did announce dates and then you changed your mind.
Yeah, but I was telling them I changed my mind as soon as that. And I was like, stop, yo. What are we doing? But it's 7 figures. 7 figures. So
yeah,
a lot of meetings, but no.
Because I feel like you, the Reed, I'm probably forgetting some others, were like
85 South.
85 South. Well, we're like pioneering as far as touring goes, of bringing the show on the road. And it seemed like it was almost like another source of income for you guys.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And it can be that for people if developed right, right? But touring always has so much to do with how the economy is doing. So, and the economy for the last 5 years has been this and this and this, then I'm gonna kill this mic. Like it's done.
We need some fancy Joe Budden mics.
We need to just Yeah, this is the fancy. This is my shit I used to have. Well, yeah, no touring. No touring right now, right? Like if I were to plan it, I could see next summer.
Okay.
I could see next summer and it just do like select cities, blow it out, stay there a weekend, 2 shows, get the fuck out.
What was that first time though when you hit the stage? Like, because you used to performing as an artist, but realizing, people are just here to hear me talk. Like, I have the same crowd.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't. It took convincing for me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I remember when I did Crown, a live interview thing with Tyler. They wanted to put on a ticket. This is a conversation, it's not a performance, because they thought people would be like, I got gypped. Like, he didn't perform, he didn't do any songs. It's like a meet and greet. So then it sold out, and it was like, people will pay to watch conversations. Like,
see, and it takes you doing that, right? When I used to go to the venues and sell out, at the end of the night, everybody that worked at the venue would be high-fiving me, saying what a pleasure it is for y'all to come back. And I had no idea that such a peaceful event could happen here with just somebody sitting on the couch and speaking. Yeah. I didn't play no music. There was no fights. Everyone out here is seated. People are here on their dates. Like, we had to show venues that there was a market for that. We always got a show. Yeah. We always got a show. So we did it.
All right. What do you think the future of it's going to be?
It's a luxury ticket now. Not for the brokies. I've been saying that. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that.
Luxury ticket.
It's a luxury ticket now. It's a luxury item. It's a luxury item.
Wow.
With all of the festivals and Rolling Loud and just everybody dumping the money into it. Again, like podcasting, they made their bet. So that now that they made their bet, we own the venues, we own the land. We're gonna move this thing around. We'll get the permits. We know the cops, and it's tougher for you now to do your either a Chitlin circuit run or to set up your own run with your venues. And you get into smaller venues, so you gotta raise the price on the ticket. Yeah. So now you're charging somebody $100, $150 to go to SOBs.
Right. Right.
And that's the show that I'll go to. Like, I don't know when this is coming out. I'm going to see Jazzy in SOBs, Puff's artist.
Yeah.
Like, I like to try to catch him at that level.
Yeah.
So what's it like seeing your co-hosts become, I guess you could say, stars in their own right? I mean, Melissa's kind of been established, but seeing like Ice and Ish and...
I love it. I love it. I'm happy and proud of them. But they don't speak to me too much about their experience and newfound. They don't talk to me about it. But I know
they don't call you from the jewelry store.
Yeah. You know, they won't even wear the jewelry around me. It's that type of shit. But I'm real happy for them. I always saw it in Ice. I've told him forever, you should do a pod. I actually told Ish the same thing because he's just argumentative by nature. So to be able to do it with them, and with Flip, and with Melissa, and with Ian and Parks, and just gang is important.
Parks.
Yeah, Parks. Parks, yes.
Parks on the board, real nigga in the booth.
Yeah, my man. It's the best sound in the game. Best sound in the game.
Yeah, I hate these pods with the audios is a little funky out here, Joe.
Dog, I be having to rush. I be trying to put on a pod and get in the shower, and then the audio come on or ad come on. I gotta rush out the shower naked and wet, slam the fucking shit, turn this shit on.
Joe hates ads.
I don't hate ads. Don't put that out there.
Okay.
That's not true. I hate
the way they do it.
I hate how it's done.
How it's done.
Right.
I just hate how it's done. I believe that we're all worth more. All of us. That's what I think. And I act like that. So no, when McDonald's calls, I'm not doing the $2,500 read. You're McDonald's. I'm not. You're McDonald's and I'm me. I'm no longer licensing my audience for cheap and to anybody. No. You got to pick up the phone and have a conversation with me for us to see where we're going. What's your business? What are you trying to do? What do you need? Who are you? Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Don't come over here and pillage. Just pillaging. So if you can find a way around that and still keep the audio experience the same, great. And then it weeds out the bullshit, right? For me, it's like having a high cover at the door of the club. Like I'm not charging $5 at the club. I'm not, because now all y'all in here. The chick you fucked from high school was here, fucking hood niggas, dope boys, everybody. Right. No, get that out of here. Weed it out. So the people that call now, they know what they're calling for, and they know what it costs. It's amazing how these niggas keep going from $1 million to $150,000. They hang up the phone. Hang up the phone.
Right.
How'd you do that? All right, have a good day. Hope it gets back.
Right. But so you got the Patreon, and it seems like you have the different level tiers, right?
Everybody on Patreon has different level tiers. Take your journal voice off. give me the list maker voice.
The list maker.
Give me the list maker voice.
What's your media list, B-Dot? Where do we rank? Where we got out here?
I think media list.
Hey!
I think
And that's the other reason that you shouldn't have been beefing about the list, because y'all took off. Y'all was chilling this year.
nah. Well,
I saw you two or three chats about that. You talking about the old rap radar or the new rap radar? Like the new rap radar.
That's true. No, but they're different phases. You
That's
have
true.
different L and B. You nigga, I'm not doing this with y'all. It's two different phases.
It's true.
yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to know which one we were talking about. When they talk about my show, it's the same thing.
Okay,
Are you
true.
talking about
That era? This
old
New
show?
era, right.
Or you talking about the new show? Same shit.
I guess we're in the new. What's this, like our third iteration, Elliot? A fourth
Yeah.
iteration.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we've been here for a while. But media, I don't care about that, man. I fake work for Complex at this point, so
That's why they wouldn't put you on the list. Man.
Yeah,
You
who
should've
cares?
been on
But
the
you're
list.
not in a 360 with Complex.
I might be.
The Speedy Mormon.
Yeah, me and Speedy, but I think Joe definitely should have been on there.
Yo,
As a broadcaster.
that list was special to me because of how I exited Complex.
No, that's
And
insane. That
it.
is like you said, a full circle moment. That is an
And that's
that
it.
is an
That's
insane.
cool. It was a
full-circle
great
moment.
full circle moment.
That's insane.
And I appreciate them for highlighting me, honoring me, and being humble enough to do it. And same with me.
Right.
Like for us to do that, I love it. It was great. But other than that, what's the list? Everybody that knows me know I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
lists.
I don't
Complex know I don't give a fuck about lists.
Yeah.
So I was confused why everybody was so mad. I'm not agreeing with the list.
All right.
But if you're making a list out there and I'm not top 10 somewhere, then you're not credible.
But is it? Do you think? Because I'm the only quote unquote journalist in the top 10, right? So what does that say about the state of media? Is it a bad thing? Like you said, the scene can be kind of messy out here. So
Yeah.
what does it say for the overall state of things? What's your take on that? Journalists feel like, oh, this doesn't represent us well if this is what it looks like.
Well, that's why you, and mainly only you, for me, is like really integral to this, to just all of it. Like I tell people, say what you want about Ack, but if something were to happen and he were to not be here, hip hop would feel that loss.
Yep.
There's not another one of y'all that's gonna cover this the way that he covers it. Like the same with you, there aren't any more of the, like I said, sway, but it's not that. We need y'all. I don't want hip hop to be devoid of that. I don't want like the real niggas that do this to have to go to a real TV network and like that's corny to me. That's corny to me. But on the flip side, thank God that little window opened for the psycho niggas to come in.
Yeah, y'all were the wild rappers too.
think-
That's what bugs me out too. It's like
That's what-
we wouldn't let you in the club. Joe Budden, Nori, Gilly, like these are the live
Fat
wires.
Joe.
These are the
Keep
live
going.
wires.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Right?
I am amazed every time I see Fat Joe. I see Fat Joe with Wendy Williams. I've seen him with the president.
That's crazy.
I've seen him he is a brand darling,
Yeah.
right? And I'm bigging that up. Please don't misconstrue. I'm bigging that
Oh,
up.
of course.
But I bought FloJo.
We seen him walk in the club.
That's
with
what
the
I'm
hard
saying.
jacket
That's
on,
what I'm saying.
and
So
he
it's,
didn't look happy.
it's so odd to me, right? You can't like all the people that you named.
Gilly, Nori kicked out the club. Nori.
Why do those types of personalities seem to make for good
It's
podcasts?
insane, right?
Actually,
It's
now that I
insane.
think about it.
It's insane.
Right. When you had Nori on your show, though, Joe, you said you love to see when people are failing. Why is that?
I hate this guy.
I'm sorry.
Journalist, baby,
Yeah, I ain't
journalism.
a fucking guy. But without
Journalism.
context, this is what I was saying. And I said it already here earlier. I was like, the people that don't give a fuck about it or won't invest in it or just are lazy, or they muddy the waters. And the people that just want to check. So when those two groups fail, I throw confetti from the sky. I'm not
From my jersey.
Yeah. I start making it rain, some shit, because they shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here. Good, move. One less person in the way.
Right.
That ruffled a lot of feathers out there.
It did. You know, hit dogs holler.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Oh my god.
How about that? Fuck is these niggas talking about?
Not too much on there, man. Not too
Fuck
much.
them niggas. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these niggas. I've been quiet for 10 years. Now lists come out, everybody want to say some shit.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
It's so though. It's so. It's so.
You said here there's something that if you said something, I think in January on Twitter you said something about, well, if you think I'm making changes on the pod now, where do you see what my real kind of grand scheme plan is?
I got plans coming. They just cost.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
You need backing.
You don't
No,
need
I don't
backing.
need backing.
You don't
No,
need, but
I
he
don't
would
need
like it.
He's open to
Backing.
discussions.
You're welcoming it.
I'm open to those.
Okay.
Now, please. I'm open to those discussions, but I'm not forcing them. I'm not forcing them. Like, we're fortunate enough to be able to finance some of these ideas and execute them in a way that they bring back a return. So
Right.
Why'd you stop interviewing rappers, man? You don't like us battling over rappers like back in the day? Who interviews who first?
y'all take it too serious. Nah, they take it too serious. If you want to know why I don't interview rappers, it's because L, Nori, I won't say Gilly because I don't know, but I know you and Nori, y'all two niggas. Nori get mad if somebody get in.
No, Nori's bad.
Yeah.
Well, we did Banks. Rest in peace, Hovain. He was so mad we did Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
He was blowing up. Hovain so bad.
Oh no, he was mad when Banks did me too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a few niggas like Nori will tell you he mad that you wouldn't sat with them niggas over
Right.
there. So that's hilarious. But no, I still interview
You
a
pop up
rapper
every
too.
once in a
had
while.
Simba on.
Simba
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah,
That's so true.
I'm just not gonna make it like y'all will make it. Like the people will make it a big deal. Y'all will blow it. Y'all will highlight. Y'all will pedestal
Yeah.
the people like you're supposed to. There's not too many of them that I want to pedestal. I don't really fuck with all of them. So
Well, they always say the old radio adage is that you have to be the one who's so good you don't need guests, right? Like you sort of epitomize that too, right? You want to be relying on getting great guests. You yourself have to be the entertaining force of the program.
well, that's a good way to look at it. You want to be good enough that you don't need them. For me, it was always I was too scared to rely on anything. Like I didn't want to have to rely on guests. I was never that well liked. So I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and fucking book it.
He's like, Banks is really gonna show up.
Well, Banks is my man. See, but the people that come and fuck with me, I have a relationship with them or somebody really, really, really close to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, niggas can't just. Some niggas do be trying to pop up. Y'all I'm in town.
What
you trying to yell them in town?
What you doing to the story?
Yeah, nah.
Like back in the
I just
day.
happened to be walking around in front of
I
your
was on
set.
Sideway Street. What's going on, Joe?
But listen, I like that there's so many places for rappers to go.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to talk to them, but I certainly want to hear from them and hear more about them.
Right.
So I like it.
I guess you'll be a good A&R too, because in some ways you're responsible for Don Toliver's success, right?
I'm never going to say that, but
I'll
shout
say
out
it
to
for
Don
you.
Toliver. Shout out to him. He's
Right.
killing. His last album is phenomenal, man.
Wait, what's the time with that? I didn't know.
Oh, when he came up to Complex. He told a story on my pod recently.
Okay.
He came up to Complex with his man. He came to New York. Let me not say Complex. From Houston with his man, and they was gonna sleep in the car and catch people in the early morning
wow.
with their music. So they caught me. They caught me in front of Complex.
That's funny.
At like 6 a.m, and it's footage of it, and nothing came from it, but. Hearing him say it lit the fire and let him know that he can do this and these people were accessible and they could reach out to him. He
That's
did
dope.
all of that. So
That's dope.
shout out to Don. I'm super happy for him.
We're trying to get him on the program.
Y'all should be able to get Don on here. well, no, the album came out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on tour.
He's on tour.
tour.
Do that. I just
gonna get him, Joe.
I was just about to. No, I know you will.
All right.
But I was like, wait, Don's on tour right now.
Yeah, he's on tour.
Oh yeah, you done.
Third strike.
Y'all always get the big one though.
Yeah.
Like y'all always
But I think
keep
that's
one of
about.
those.
I feel like that because of that though. I don't like the thing with the number 8 for me. I feel like people kind of don't know how to rank me, or like they treat me like I'm an outlier. Why you looking at that? Why?
Because that list is bullshit.
No, I'm saying, but even our podcast, I feel like I get tired of people being like, well, hip hop podcast, Budden, Nori, they don't mention Rap Radar. They don't mention it the same way.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think you look at us as like a certain journalism or different standard, and I'm the OG and B-Dot, and it's like we're not allowed to be kind of ranked with you guys because you guys are the ex-players or whatever. I don't know. I just think it's...
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just because it's celebrity driven. I look at, you, Nori, Gilly, you guys are celebrities.
What do you say about the hundreds of other successful podcasters that are not celebrities?
I'm talking about in our space, like in hip hop space, I guess.
Well, I know.
Yeah, but I think in a hip hop space, like you guys have something in common, like Elliot said, ex-players. But at the end of the day, I really don't care personally. I
have my own.
I want to hear the Joe Budden theory.
Am I allowed to give it here?
Of course.
This is a place of love.
Because let me find a different way to work.
You can be honest, Joe. We love you. Whatever you gotta say, buddy. What?
Well, y'all are bigger than Rap Radar.
Okay.
That's what the problem is.
Personnel, us?
Individually.
Got you.
Elliot Wilson and B-Dot are bigger than Rap Radar.
So we got to rebrand ourselves. Elliot Wilson and B-Dot podcast.
I just told y'all 20 minutes ago, I just see the value in people and things. I believe this. I'm not saying that because y'all sitting here. But nobody is going to put Rap Radar.
Easy. Not too much on Rosenberg. Easy. Not too much on Rosenberg.
No comment. But no one's going to put Rap Radar in the same breath as
Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying.
Joe Budden, Gilly, Nori, and whoever else they name when they're Vlad.
So do you think this is the age? So do you think this is the age of kind of self-branding in a sense, like that these are the brands, the individuals are the brands more so than
yeah, I've been thought that, but not to say that you can't get by as an entity or with an entity, but in this space, the people that love us and y'all, they don't love.
Or they're not connecting to that
like
part
they
the
love,
same way.
Yeah, that's a clean way to say that.
Got you.
Yeah. If this were Ellie and B-Dot, and y'all did the same amount of work that y'all already do, you're already two of the hardest working men in the show business.
Thank you, Joe.
And if y'all took that same work and just switched the name like I did, yeah, I think people would look at it different. Because they put you here out of respect and on the strength of L, the name, the value that L carries. But this ain't. This ain't nothing else.
Right.
Don't get me in trouble.
We love.
How much is this going to cost us? It's consulting.
I was going to say, Coach Joe, man.
It ain't concerned because y'all ain't gonna do it. y'all ain't. You in the 360.
Yeah.
But I think that even y'all should do it like concurrently.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Ian's on me about not doing Patreon yet. He thinks I'm a knucklehead.
I cannot.
He won't give up.
I can't tell you how stupid you are.
You have. One of the ones you did with your, like, I ain't saying who the person is. I know the one where you were talking to me.
I know you know. I know you know. And because you my man, I thought to text you the night before and say,
I had to tap you a little bit.
A little tap. But then I was like, oh, wait. I ain't saying no names. Maybe nobody will know. But as soon as I said F on that clip,
I had to rip my part. I was like, that's me.
But yeah, man.
Nobody in the comments thought he was talking about me. I thought it was so obvious. I thought it was so obvious. I was like, yo, Joe's talking to me.
You felt this kind of way?
Huh?
You felt
That is crazy, yo.
Why am I the crazy one? Why do you keep saying I'm crazy like that?
Because you too happy in life. You married, you got some money, you the man, she the man, y'all comfortable. Y'all are the man.
She the man, yo.
So I know, so you comfortable. And you look like the nigga that's gonna get out.
Yeah, I might have to just do a new. You see, I'm getting hyped up all that old XXL shit. So I think I might have to go back into.
But I'm laughing at him posting that XXL shit because dog, you are laying your own case as to why you stupid. You should have all of that shit. Patreon, and then go and do your company man shit that you do. But on the side, how will you not build yourself? And you've been here from the start watching all of this shit happen. It's just I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it.
I think we have kind of separated a little bit. You know, Ellie was doing Crown. I had the show on Complex.
Y'all not hearing me. You still naming all these people. Crown is who?
It's Elliot's. Right.
Okay, we're not gonna talk. We're not gonna talk. For
Oh boy.
And
No, B-Dot's still a little shy though. B-Dot's a little shy still.
yeah.
I
All
don't
right, so I'm not talking
yeah,
about that. I'm saying to y'all to build y'all, and you telling me about everything else. I'm saying build y'all while you do all other shit.
Okay.
Crown, Title, this, Complex, MTV, use them to market y'all and then reroute all of the money to y'all because y'all will get paid more.
Easy, not too much on Rosenberg. Easy. Easy.
I don't have no beef with nobody today,
You know,
including him.
See, why got you happy? You're happy now. You're happy.
Yeah, but look at
Successful
all the
Joe.
turmoil I had to go through to get look at all I had to go through to get happy. This is bullshit.
Well, my shit was turmoil too. The XXL shit was turmoil. That was a tough time, a scary time.
Yeah, but that was a tough time in whatever.
No, I got you.
We are in 2023. We
new
got
day.
AI Drake tracks. We got dog. I just heard Biggie and The Weeknd. I'm hearing all types of shit out here. We in
Biggie
20.
and The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Hear that Biggie Ice Spice record?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, we talking about whatever. No,
Right.
man.
Oh, my God.
We damn near in 2024. This shit is zooming by.
Word.
Zooming by. Rest in peace, my man Bailey. Hit the lotto for $300 million and died. $300 million.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bailey in Manhattan. Every day for 40, 50 years, he went to the same store and played the same
Playing the
numbers, right?
Wow.
And then one morning, he was running late for work, so he went to a different store. And he hopped out and played the same numbers at a different store and hit for $300 million as a man in his late 60s, and all he knows is Harlem, and I'm here to take care of my mom, and I'm not leaving. And you get that euphoric fix and that high, and you get however many years you get from it. But at some point, all of this is gonna end. And that's the message I carry with me. Like, that shit I say at the end of the pod is real. Life is a series of moments, and moments pass. Let's make this last. I mean that shit. Because at the blink of an eye, it could all be done. I check myself when all that cam shit, meet me little locations like a dog, you know, I can't even say it because I can't say it, but I can't do this with you.
All right.
I'm glad you did this with us, man. Thank you, Joe.
Y'all are on my list. I told B-Dot last time I saw him at like, y'all on my list. Anytime you need me, I'm here.
Yeah. And thank you for coming on my show too. The Complex guys didn't think you were going to show up, but
Why? didn't we confirm it?
yeah,
They was like, this guy's being nice.
it's like this is the first time you
return.
returned since the departure. So I was like, you gonna get you? I was like, I guess we could call him up, and you showed up.
I think that was the precursor for the list.
I was gonna say, yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Because that was like a temp check. They probably thought that, maybe Joe's mad. Or
Yeah.
But I'm appreciative to everybody who helped, right? Like, help is so hard to come by. Complex helped.
Right.
Spotify helped.
Paul
helped.
Elliot helped.
Paul helped.
Paul helped.
Paul helped.
True.
Elliot helped.
Rosenberg.
Like those people that Rosenberg helped.
Yeah.
Rosenberg was at the Usher show.
Both Rosenbergs helped.
Both, yeah. But Pete was at the Usher show.
Oh, Pete was at the
Pete was at the Usher show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he two-stepping?
I didn't know he was behind me. He shot me a text. I'm here. I'm like, I'm not looking behind me. I'm looking at I am here to see one man. Right. But it was good to hear from him, right? But just look at that. Your media dude at Usher with his, like, I like to see that.
And I loved it. I'm tied into the Joe Budden media mogul rise that I have my time.
Yeah, you fucking right.
I love
That's
it.
why all these niggas dissing me, I was confused. Because so many of them, well, maybe not the niggas dissing me, contributed to me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm a student of fucking a Ebro and Combat J.
Yeah.
Ebro had to kick me under the table. Yo, wake up. There's a talk break coming. Get from under the table and get on them, crack the mic. I thought that if the morning show started at 5, you can get there at 5.
Oh man.
I thought that too sometimes.
Wow.
Like I was a nut. So thank you to Ebro. Thank you to Tracy. Elliot. It's too many. It's too many to name. Yeah. Too many to name. But the niggas that didn't help, it's up. It's up. Too late. Create a monster. I'm here now. Gotta fight.
The work ethic, man. It's phenomenal.
Thank you, Elliot. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It inspires me too. So
Thank you. Same to you, brothers.
There we go.
Anytime you're kind and gracious enough to have me back. I like the driver dropped me off the wrong spot. Clearly said east. That nigga just west. I'm in the rain.
Man.
I was gonna text you, but I was thinking like it'd be like like en route or something.
I'm so punctual. Yo, I'm so punctual. Ian hit me and said,
No, I know you are. That's why I was like,
said, let me know how far you're out. I said, I'm 1 minute away. Like, I'm punctual. This was at 11:58. Mm-hmm. I got out and just stood around. I said, it says west. West. And outside is bad.
Yeah, it's
Right
rainy.
now?
it's rainy. It's Joe Budden weather
it's
right
bad.
now. It's coming out heavy.
Oh, I love the rain. I'm talking about the traffic and the people.
Oh yeah, no, it's true.
It's nuts out here. It took another 25 to get over here. But I like this.
Nigga, we made it.
Yes, we did.
Thank you,
Joe
Joe.
Budden, Rap Radar Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.